to have me here. So, what I'd like to talk to you is some of the experiences my family had over here. I'm extremely happy today to be with all of my Sai siblings over here with our mom and dad as Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. So, Baba, please speak through me. And as this is my first experience in as a speaker in a Zoom session, there will be a lot of flaws, but please pardon me. Okay, as I was born in a Sai family, so from very childhood, from the days I remember, from my toddler days, is nothing but Sai. And the way I feel, each and every moment of my life is a miracle of Sai. Sai Ram. I was a Balbika student from my childhood, as well as I was very lucky to have both of my sons also participate in SSC class near my house over here. Sai Baba blessed my maternal place, like not only my grandma, uncles, and aunts, with all his supreme divinity. And first, the thing which I would like to say of 1971, maybe I was around 2 years old, a little bit less, when first Vibhuti came to our house. That this is in Jamshedpur, which was in Bihar at that time. And I was born there, and my brother also. So wow, this I don't remember at all, but what I have heard from my mom. But I wanted to talk about it for the first time because from very childhood, I knew that Vibhuti has to be put always, continuously. And till now we do. And we are still doing, though today early in the morning, I forgot to put, but after this, I'll be putting it on my forehead, though I had it. So what happened, what I heard from my mother, that in Jamshedpur, someone said like this, there's was supreme being, let's go for a bhajan, and my maternal aunt and my mom went. I'll talk about this aunt later because this aunt was blessed by Baba, and Baba called him Gopalma, and how Gopal used to come to her from all over the world with some divinity. So this aunt, but this is the first time they are going to a bhajan. She took my mom and went, and after that, they just discussed at home. And my grandma asked some of the helpers in the house to get a picture of Baba's to send with my mom to my dad's place. So they just bought one picture, and the storekeeper wrapped it in a newspaper and gave it to my grandma, and grandma gave it to my mom. My mom kept it on the floor because when she'll pack, she'll put it. So this happened, and the other maternal aunt, she used to live close by. So next day, early in the morning, she came running to my grandma's place. Then they said, "Why so early?" She said, "Yes, last night, Satya Sai Baba came in my dream and talked about my mother, that she has left him in a very dirty place, and this is not the way it should be kept." So, and he's really mad at it. That's the thing. So my aunt, what she did, she unwrapped the picture and kept it on the shelf in a puja room. And in my grandma's place, we have a huge puja room, and in one of the shelves, she just kept. Next day, my grandma went to do the puja, and she was pretty old and she couldn't see also properly. And my mother is the youngest child of her, I think, 14 children. So my aunts are all much, much older than my mom. So my grandma was pretty old at that time. So she went to do the puja, and she said, then after she went, my mother followed after some time. Then she said that there's somebody bought some perfume and spread over here. Then she asked my mom, "Did you spray any perfume?" "No." Then my mom said, but I'm seeing lots of ashes, where did things burnt out? Over here on you, on my grandma. Then then they thought maybe from the incense sticks or something. Or then another some sound was coming up. Then they saw my grandma provided some prasad, that is nadu we call. It is a round sweet made of coconut and offered to God. She made a lot. And my mother suddenly saw something really funny for her, but there's something different, that small rats are coming in a parade, taking one of the narus, which are like laddu, playing like a ball and going away, coming and going like a parade, which never happens. They're not scared of any humans, nothing. And then when she looked up near the shelf, she saw from Baba's picture, Vibhuti was pouring. At that time, she didn't know what Vibhuti is also. She just said, see, ashes are coming from here. This is the language she used in my language. I'm a Bengali. And what happened? And then the Vibhuti was pouring like anything and smearing my grandma. So she was almost full of Vibhuti covered. Now, and this was the first advent of Vibhuti in our place. And everybody was pretty amazed. And it was, we have a very big family over there in Jamshedpur in the same house, lots of people. And it went to, the message was spread throughout the neighborhood and then far. And people started pouring in. It continued for 2 months or so. And the way the people started pouring into the house, like from my uncles had to inform the police station because we needed police help to control the crowd. So I just thought of starting with this because the first advent of Vibhuti. And so now let me go back to my maternal aunt, who was called Gopalma. She used to live in Jamshedpur before, later on moved to Kalyani near Calcutta. And she was very close to Baba, very extremely close. She was so close that during one of Baba's sessions during Shivaratri, when he did not create the Shivalingam in public, when he created the Shivalingam, my aunt was beside him, and that Shivalingam, Baba gave it to my aunt. And it's still there in her house, though she has passed away. And whenever I go to India, I take blessings from there. So she had a Gopal. We used to call him Jadu Gopal because she only named Jadu Gopal because Jadu is the magic. Because so many Gopal used to come to her, and we thought, she told me it's because of this Jadu Gopal. He's bringing all the Gopals. So I'll just mention here just 2 incidents, and there are thousands of incidents of Gopal. In fact, from Baba's picture, we used to see small, very minute Gopal and Hanuman, Shivling falling like Vibhuti in her house. We used to, these experiences in my childhood were all like usual. Means I never felt it was unusual because I'm seeing it from what I'm saying, like 2 years old. I remember from my 3 years. The 2 years part I don't remember, but always, and it's a common phenomenon. And lot of materialization, Vibhuti. During Holi, Vibhuti used to come in different colors. During bhajan, what I used to see, after the bhajan, you will see Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, Baba has written in the wall in different colors of Vibhuti and went away. Or had khichdi, and in the khichdi, Baba's handprints were there with Vibhuti in it. So these were different things. So now I'm talking about Gopalma's Gopal thing. So once she went for Nagar Sankirtan, and there were a group of devotees and all, they were going. And there was a big ball of mud which was hitting her feet. And because they were all barefooted and doing Nagar Sankirtan, she said, what's so irritating? And she was just kicking out. But though she was kicking out and moving, again the ball was rolling back. So what she did, she picked up that ball and gave to another devotee. Was because at that time also she was maybe in her 60s or something, pretty. means to go for Nagarsan Kirtan holding a big ball of mud, it's difficult for us. So she gave to another devotee who was younger and said, hold it, let's take it home. So after the bhajan, when the Nagarsan Kirtan, when they returned home, she said, let's wash it. Okay, so let's see what it is, because she felt a little bit heavy. So some people were washing and only mud was coming out. She said, okay, it is just weird, be fool, maybe only mud and all. Then she told, okay, give me them. Give me, you have washed quite a bit, let me wash. And when she washed, after some time, a small Gopal came out of it. And not very small, because I have seen, but still, from that big ball of mud, this is the way Gopal used to come. So another incident I can talk to you about Gopal is, Gopal came from far away Pakistan to her. How? So now what happened, this Gopal was in Pakistan and gave a and the owners, I think they had to give the Gopal to somewhere or do away with it for some reason, which I don't know. So, and they were wondering what to do. So now this Gopal came into their dreams and said, there is a Gopalma in India and you have to give to her. So in the dream, and they don't know who is Gopal, then maybe they were asking and all, then they said, you go to Calcutta, you'll find. And my aunt didn't stay in Calcutta at the time, and also not in Calcutta, she used to live later in Kalyani near Calcutta. But my another maternal aunt, she lives in Calcutta. And this maternal aunt, Gopalma, she was visiting that aunt in Calcutta during that time. So this, then these people, they visited Kolkata, but they don't have any idea where to go. So then they went to some Sai Bhajan or something. There they heard of this aunt who lives in Calcutta, that they are also Sai devotees, and you can just go and talk because these people may know others. So this family from Pakistan came to Calcutta to my other aunt's house, and at that time Gopalma was visiting her. And this is the way Baba, Gopal, everybody connected them, and this Gopal came. So I have also seen this Gopal, and I also have Gopal from Gopalma, means my Mashi aunt. So I'm just talking about only these two incidents because there are thousands of incidents like this. And so let me talk to you how Shiva came to her also, to Gopalma. So this I heard because I was in Durgapur at that time. Next day only we got a call saying that this happened. Like at the middle of the night, suddenly my aunt Gopalma, she got a some sensation that something is happening, something divine, and he got up and she was in a trance. What her husband, my uncle, told, that she was like in a trance. Suddenly she is going into puja room. She had a puja room where only Baba's things, Baba's materialization, everything was there. So she started doing arti, because she was totally in a trance and some divine, and she was doing an arti and some divine things was happening, like some nice smell, some vibration. Then what they saw is a snake coming into the house, going around, and wherever the snake is going, Vibhuti is there, and the snake was changing its color. It was white and continuously changing its color. Then my aunt started doing arti more and more because she was full of divinity at that time. And after some time, the snake went where the shrine is and became a silver snake and was situated over there. I have seen that divine presence also, the miracle, that silver snake and how it was. And this is one. In one of the Lakshanam, we used to have in my maternal uncle's place, that is in Jamshedpur, means grandma's place, and Gopalma was there. So before the Lakshanam, this time after the Lakshanam. Yeah, Lakshanam was done, then somebody gave a coconut. So, no, you have to break a coconut. I said, okay. So my aunt broke the coconut. When they broke the coconut, the water was pink water and a Shivalinga came out of it. So these are the experiences which I'm sharing, my childhood, as well as it's happening now. Now let me go to just a little bit of my dad's experience. It may not be that great, but I just wanted to say, because though he was not a Baba's devotee, though he was spiritual, but I felt Baba pulled him also. There's some inkling, so that he also was attached to this family. So my dad was going from Calcutta he had a business trip and he was taking a flight from Calcutta to Delhi. So in that flight, just beside him, Mother Teresa was also flying. And he was very surprised and very happy. A person like Mother Teresa just sitting beside him and flying. So as usual, and I think I was in 9th grade or something like that, 8th or 9th grade, something like that. And I have a brother also, he's just a year younger. So what my father will say, he wanted an autograph from Mother Teresa, but he just can't say because he was also going for some business trip, just asking for autograph, how will it look? So he said, my daughter will be very happy if you give your autograph. That will be a best gift to my daughter. But he didn't have any paper or pen. He had in his briefcase, and which he didn't want to open in front. But he always carried, during our times, we used to get pocket-sized Baba's picture in different forms. So we had one with Baba with Krishna. There were many like that, but this Baba with Krishna, my dad had in his pocket. And he also always used to carry on. My mother used to give him whenever he was traveling. So the behind the picture was it was a blank. So he thought, this is the only thing I have for the autograph. Let me give that. But as in the front picture was Satya Sai Baba, he turned it around and gave, because during those days, especially, Baba was known quite a bit, but in our area, he was not known much. And sometimes because we were Satya Sai Baba's devotees, we were ridiculed. And especially because it's business trip and all, he didn't want to. So he just turned it around and gave to Mother Teresa to sign it. So Mother Teresa took it and smiled at my Baba. My Baba means my father. I call my father, dad, Baba. So, and turned the picture. And then Mother Teresa took the picture to her heart, then did pranam, putting the picture on her forehead, saying, he is God. So that was such a divine experience. This is something which we could tell others, because Mother Teresa saying Satya Sai Baba as God during that time, because I am telling you about the days. In my school, my teacher asked me to stand up in the class and ridiculed me in front of everybody because I was Sai Baba's devotee. In my school assembly, I will always say some Sai Baba Stotra. And because I was in SSC class, and we always said Om Sai Ram I'm saying, when I learned how to talk, I said Sai Ram. So these were the days. And when Mother Teresa saying, it meant a big thing for us, and it had a big impression on my dad also. So let me talk to you just about my mom's experience just few years back. At that time, my brother used to stay in Bangalore. And my mother was visiting him because he also had a small kid, a daughter. And my mother used to stay for a long time. So she went from Calcutta to be with them for some time. And then she was returning back to Calcutta from Bangalore. So from Bangalore airport, suddenly she heard that the flight is being delayed, and delayed like anything. So whatever be the case, she reached Calcutta in the middle of the night, maybe around 2 a.m. or 2:30 a.m. or something. So the best thing for her was to wait in the airport at night and take a cab in the morning. That is pretty safe. But for whatever be the reason, and nobody's there in our house in Calcutta also, because it was locked. But we had someone in the garage, just because my mom is going, he was there to open it, open the house. So that was over there. And but in this middle of the night, she thought, no, I'll go back home. And it is not very safe from the airport to go home in just taking a cab and like that, though cabs are available from the airport, but lot of things happen. But whatever she did, and then there you have to go into the line and take a cab, and means whichever will be. So she got some number, but she couldn't find that cab. But there was one taxi driver, a little bit rowdy looking also, and he was continuously telling her, Mashima is like auntie in our language, and generally people use that term whom you don't know. Mashima, come and Mashima, come, I'll drop you at home. My mom said, no, but your number cards, this number is not matching with mine. I said, no worries, you just come, I'll take you. And she couldn't find anything, and we were scary also, because at middle of the night she's going home. But he said, no, I wanted to, you come inside. Then my mother went into the car, and he helped with the luggage and all. And then he kept on saying, where are you coming from? And she didn't want to say everything, like coming from Bangalore and all. And he was asking many questions to my mom. She was trying to avoid, just to go home. And then she went home. Our gate was locked, because that guy who was supposed to open, he slept off in the garage because it was so late, and he also forgot or whatever. And my mother didn't have any cell phone also. So, but this driver said, cab driver, no, I'll wait for you till you go. Then my mother was hitting that gate, because the gate was locked, and the lock, and calling that guy. His name was Sanjay, but he wasn't replying then. Then my mother said, Sai Ram, just. Then that guy, he said, are you coming from Puttaparthi? To my mom. Then my mom was surprised. Then he said, tell me, are you coming from Puttaparthi? I am from Puttaparthi. So basically, Baba came to protect him, and I am from Puttaparthi. My job is to take all the devotees who are coming from Puttaparthi to their home, because the flights are getting delayed. So that was really stunning for my mother. Like, she felt Baba is with that. Then that guy, he went across the gate and helped my mother to get in, call the gatekeeper or whoever was there who slept off, and made all the arrangements. So now let me go back to some incident which happened in my house over here. At that time, I was living in Santa Clara, and my kids were maybe, I think one was 13 years or 12 years old, another was 10 years or 11 years old. So this is the thing. So we went to a bhajan. That was on 31st of December. Sorry, not 31st, 24th December, 24th Eve, Christmas Eve. We went to a bhajan, and from there, my son got a carnation flower, and he brought it from the altar. So, and I'm just making it shorter because there's a big story behind it, but I'm just telling you the gist. We came home, and that was Christmas Eve, so I had to prepare for Santa, because they will be thinking about Santa is coming at night and all. Then they slept off. So, and I was doing some Santa's thing. And then I took the flower in my hand, put it in a bowl, prayed to Baba. I said, Baba, today Jesus comes, so you come in any way you want and bless us. This is the way, what I said. And I closed my eyes. When I opened my eyes, and before I opened, I was getting a extremely great divine fragrance. From where it was coming, I don't know. Then when I looked at the carnation flowers, sugar candy started emanating. So much sugar candy was coming out and out and out. But my kids were sleeping at that time, I couldn't say, and our house was full of divine fragrance. Then when they got up in the morning, I told them, and they were surprised, and they also took the sugar candies. And they were happy that Baba is giving, but it came on and on. And then I was supposed to go to India just few days after that. So I kept the flour in one book, and it was full of finely grained sugar, which I took to India to give to my family. So this is one of the things. So what I have only seen Baba in his physical form with my kids only once in my lifetime in Whitefield in Bangalore. At that time, my brother was staying in Bangalore. So we were supposed to go to Puttaparthi for a visit. But Baba never says no where he is. So what happened? My brother was telling, I'll find out where he is and we'll take. And my son, older son, suddenly had diarrhea and it's next to impossible to go. But tomorrow, next day, we are supposed to go to Puttaparthi. So I didn't know what will happen, and he was like that. And but at around 2 a.m. or something like that, so I'm not sure, but in the middle of the night, I got a dream. Baba is telling me, how can you come to Puttaparthi? You can't come. I'm going to your place. Don't worry, I'm going to you. And now, around 3 a.m., my door was closed. I was sleeping with my two sons, and my brother was knocking at my door. Didi, Didi, Didi. He calls me Didi. Didi, get up, get up. You have to get ready now. Baba is coming to Bangalore. I just got an SMS from internal connections. You have to get ready and we have to go. Just get ready, get the kids ready. And that's the way we went over there. And I saw Baba, and I didn't get Pada Namaskar and all. My kids also saw, but from a distance. And I had a feeling, Baba, I'm not getting your this. I didn't get Pada Namaskar. Everybody in my family got except me. And I had this type of feeling. I said, okay, but at least I could see you. That's the best part. You came to me and I saw you. That's the blessings. Okay, someday I'll get your Namaskar. This is the way. And then I came to US, and this was coming into my mind continuously. This is happening. This is happening. So then what I did is suddenly after I came to know another Baba's devotee just for a short time. I got connected with him and it was nice, and we used to talk about Baba. So one day, one day, means maybe it was Friday night or something, I don't remember. I had a dream. Baba has come very close to our place, and I'm over there. Baba is lying down and he's telling me, see, I came to you. Take as many Pada Namaskar as you want. So this is what he's telling me. I'm here. You're open for Pada Namaskar. So next day, when I got up and then suddenly, maybe around 10 a.m. or something, I got a call from this guy. He said he has a friend or an acquaintance, and they got Paduka which came from Baba's place. This Paduka puja is happening in their house, whether I would like to go. And this Paduka was brought from Puttaparthi, and some special people are coming to do this. Paduka is coming to their house, some puja, and whether I can go. And I said, see, my kids are pretty small at that time. So I said, see, taking them and all, but whatever it managed, and I got that Pada Namaskar from that Paduka, and I felt it was his divine presence, because I may not be able to go there. So this is what he's doing for me. Sai Ram. So now I'd like to go to another house bhajan. House bhajan is here the way we are celebrating Baba's birthday. Let's say for 93rd birthday, we'll have house bhajans in 93 houses till the birthday. Till his birthday, we'll have house bhajan. His birthday will be the 23rd bhajan, 93rd bhajan. 96th is the 96th bhajan. So, but before that, it will be in different houses. So that is from our center, we do that. And that's the offerings we do. So for this house bhajan, the first time when it happened, I used to go for most of the bhajans, and every day Vibhuti would have materialized in my sari in some way or the other. In my house, there was a big materialization, and always it happened. I was wearing a crystal or a Rudraksh mala. It happened there and then in the saris. So this was happening. Then one day, it was, I think next year or something, there was a bhajan in someone's house, and I bought a car just a couple of months back. It was almost new, and after the bhajan, when I came, was about to leave. When I came to the car, I was not able to open the car. New car, the remote key, nothing worked. The car was totally locked. I said, and it was almost 9:30 p.m. at night. So I thought I have to go to the host and ask for help and all. So after a lot of trying, I tried saying Sairam, Sairam, and then car opened. As soon as the car opened, there was a blast of divine fragrance coming out of the car and full of vibhuti. Then means vibhuti smell. So when I started the car and going, this fragrance was coming and going, because if you are in this fragrance for long, you'll be in a trance. So you won't be able to drive. But it was coming and going, and I was able to reach home. So that day in my house, my younger son was there, and with some of his American friends, and they will have a sleepover. So when I went, I rang the bell and he opened, and he was maybe around 10 years or some 11 years old at that time. So I opened, when I opened, then he and his friends also came. So they started sniffing. They were doing like this smell. I said, what? Did you put some fragrance? He asked. I said, no. So, but where is this perfume coming from? Where is this perfume coming from? I said, yeah, from bhajan. When I came, then he told his friends, see, God has come to our house. Then they said, why? No, God comes like this to our house in this fragrance. Means he also realized, though he's not he goes to SSC class and all, but not a regular Baba Puja person, whatever, but he goes to SSC classes. That he did. And he said like that, and he said, God has come. The God comes to this in this type of fragrance, and it was full of fragrance. I'm just narrating this because I had a real divine feeling for the house bhajan. So in this house bhajan also, Baba came to my dream, and one day that I was running to my work or somewhere, and Baba came and stepped on my right foot. He put his feet on my right feet, and he told me, you have to go to the bhajans, house bhajans, very nicely dressed up, because sometimes means nice sari, dressed up in the sense nice sari. But remember one thing, never eat the sweets given by anyone as prasad or in the houses. Maybe I may get diabetes or something. So he stopped me from that. So he told me this, and he told me to follow and he should help me. And this is the thing I heard from someone else also at my job, that means I need to dress up a little bit better at my work also, because I was always very casual everywhere. So this is the thing. But what I'd like to end with is, in this house bhajan, Baba once gave me a warning also. He scolded me. I'd like to talk about that, what happened. So there was one devotee whom I knew pretty well. And she was very active in our Sai Samiti, in our center, very active member. But once she called me and she told me, you are so inactive. This is the word she used. You are so inactive. So you have to do this thing as a seva work. And I had actually lots, and Baba knows how much I had to do during those days. And with that, I used to do mostly because I'm a more art person. I used to do SSC art projects and all. I used to take art decorations. These are the things I used to do. Other things I was not. But this lady came, and this is the way she told me, that you are so inactive and you are not seen. So you have to do this thing. And that thing which she asks, that is, I'm not saying feasible for me. It is feasible, but I'm not needed. In fact, I'm a bit unwanted over there. But because she told me, I went and did, and what I thought was the truth. They did not need me over there, and I realized. Then I stepped back also, but that was the thing. So there was house bhajan in her house, and because it was in her house, and then another friend of mine said, there is a bhajan in their house, I'm going, will you come? I gave an excuse, and purposefully I did not go because she behaved in this way. But just remember one thing, we are doing the house bhajan, not celebrating Baba's birthday, not the individual who is hosting. So I am supposed to go wherever I can, if it is in the proximity. Sometimes because of work, we can't. But what I did, I purposefully did not go because of the host, which I shouldn't have done. That night, Baba came in my dream and made big eyes and gestures. And I didn't realize. I said, what wrong did I do? And I didn't realize then also. Next day, just I was giving a search online about Satta Sai Baba's, his things, experiences, and whatever, just to read something. First thing came was the scorpion sting of, I think, a hermit. If you Google, you will see there is one story which is narrated. A scorpion's thing is his nature is to sting. That means it's not bad. So that hermit who was holding the scorpion to save it from some water or something, scorpion stung that guy, the hermit. He threw it again, and again he thought, no, this is not right. I have to take it and put it in the proper place. But the scorpion was stinging him right that time, but then he put it in the dry place and he was saved. This is a Baba's, I have seen quite some time back. This was there. This happened quite some time back. So this was a lesson for me. So that day or the next day was again SSC. I went to the SSC because my son goes, and there, after the SSC, we have bhajans, which I generally attend, and there was a speaker that day for something came. And the speakers narrated the same story which I read. So it was a big lesson from Baba to me that what you're doing is you're doing for Sai. All my kids, means all my siblings, are basically, everybody has their own nature, and we should not interpret because she was doing seva with so wholeheartedly. That's the way she talked, and that's the way she talks. So I shouldn't have considered that as something negative. That's what I learned. And the other thing, what I think of Baba and means Swami, and also apply it in my office management too, that is, everybody, whoever, so many people are going to Puttavati to see Baba. Baba's devotees are everyone. But these devotees are fighting among themselves. But Baba is taking care of everybody, whether, in fact, thieves also go to Baba. I know that very well, and they get transformed. So Baba can take care of everybody. He can accept everybody. Why can't we? This is the example which I took, and I follow it at my workplace, and it helped me. That we are all same. Maybe our natures are different, but we have one single point. God is within us. Let's do it. Sai Ram, thank you. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to share all the experiences. Thank you. Sai Ram.